All right, this is SSL Family Dad with Simple Sustainable Living, and today we're going to show you how to make 2 easy pallet hay feeders. Well, I would say it's definitely successful. They seem to be able to eat from it very easily, and it seems to be stable enough for them to jump up on and lean on and all that kind of stuff. They love to get to the highest point of anything, so it seems to be working pretty well so far. What we have been doing is just for the last year, we've just been throwing hay out here on the ground. This is a Christmas tree. They love the bark and needles and all that stuff. They ate this thing right down to nothing. There's a lot of vitamins in there for them, especially in the winter time. And so we just have been throwing things out here, but as you can see, it makes kind of a mess. And what happens is that the goats are actually, you know, people say they eat anything, but they really don't. They're very picky. They'll pick through the hay, and anything that's on the ground, they leave. Anything that's dirty, they won't eat. You know, they're not like a pig where they'll just eat everything. They are fairly picky. So having the hay feeder out here, keeping that hay off the ground is very important. I know a lot of designs and things like that have covers on them and things. I don't really think that's necessary. If this gets wet, it's fine. The water will pass through it pretty easily and it will dry out very quickly. And so I don't think that will be an issue. Plus, the hay's not in here that long. These 4 goats will eat this bale of hay in a couple days. So this really is about the easiest design that you can make. Looks like I have a nail here I need to pound in. But 2 pallets, only a couple cuts. You know, really this board on each side was the only thing I needed to cut, and a few wood screws. I use deck screws. I always use these star bits, which are just extremely, don't buy anything else. Don't buy Phillips or square bits. These things are absolutely the best. It only took me really about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to put it together and get everything out here and ready for them to eat. So pretty easy project. The nice thing about this is it is portable, so I can move this out into our pig pasture. If the goats move, or if I split things out, or if something changes here, I can always change this, move this thing around, and it'll be portable. I plan on building a few more of these as well that I can use in any pasture that we have set up here. So this is the other hay feeder that we have. I built this a few months ago actually for the pigs when I had Martha in here, when I thought she was going to be giving birth. And this is a lower feeder. This is good for goats. This would also work for our pigs very well. They just pulled out of the bottom and the hay just kind of fell down. I was able to actually take a couple of these bars out and just add the hay right through the top of the stall here, which was nice. But this is a very simple design also. It's 1 pallet. Some of the extra slats that you get off of the back side of it are used here, and I just put a 2x4 along the wall to mount that to. And again, I'm using those same deck screws, the star bit screws here, real simple, and a few cuts on this one. Some of these slats, like this one on the bottom, is pulling off. That was just kind of a poor design. I should have left that on there all the way across. I shouldn't have cut these gaps here. There's plenty of room to pull the hay in between these slats here. You don't need that much space. They'll reach in there and they'll pull it through just fine. So another super easy design. This one I'll use in all of our stalls that I'm going to mount to a wall, so it's not freestanding. It does need a wall to mount to, but again, very simple and just about free, just a few screws. So what do you think? The pallet hay feeders, there's lots of designs out there. There's lots of different ways you can put these things together, but the idea is to keep the hay off the ground and make it accessible for the animals to eat from. This one here is specifically at a height for goats. Our pigs, our pasture pigs, throughout the winter, I will have a smaller one for them that they'll be able to reach as well. But this design, as well as the one that I showed you in the stall there, are two of the easiest hay feeder designs that I can think of. There's literally 2 pallets, there's only a couple cuts and a few wood screws. It puts together in 30 to 45 minutes and you're done. Works very well. It's very stable. They can jump on it and climb on it and whatever, and it's not going to fall over. And they can, as you can see, they easily eat out of it. So it seems to be working really well. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? Questions, comments, whatever you have, throw that stuff down below. As always, guys, thumbs up on the video. Reach down and hit that thumbs up button for me. And if this is your first time to the SSL Family Dad channel, I'd love to have you follow along. We've got all kinds of farming, gardening, DIY projects, auto repair, technology how-tos from time to time, and anything you can think of that you do out on a farm or homestead. And we try to do everything ourselves out here. So I'd love to have you guys follow along. Hit that subscribe button right down below and hit that little bell next to it and make sure you get alerted when we post new content. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.